Seal Energy Solutions, we founded it back in late 2012 as an energy efficiency firm. And our beginnings are really strange in the sense of the Clinton Foundation at the time had several nonprofits that they were incubating. And there was one entitled HEAL that was part of the Clinton Global Initiative, and they needed a for-profit partner to do quality control on energy efficiency work that was being done in homes. And they had relationships with UAMS and other large corporations that wanted to offer energy efficiency for their homes to their employees as a benefit, which was a novel and crazy thought then, almost 6 years ago, and still is today. And so that is ironically how we started. We started out as we were going to be a quality control firm, and we were just going to kind of follow around and QC this work. But what happened really quickly is, there were not then and there are not now a lot of energy efficiency contractors in the state of Arkansas. A lot of people who know how to build in a manner energy efficient home or space or on a commercial level or residential. And so about 6 months in, we were confronted with, do we want to bring on our own crews? And so to make a very long story short, we ended up changing our business model. We brought in employees and started doing training, and we started actually self-performing energy efficiency work. And then over the years, we did some acquisitions, and we had gotten into commercial. And then about 3 years ago, there's an interesting story there, but we started looking into solar, which we always thought we would, and started investing R&D money we didn't have into it. And 3 years later, we started actually doing a lot of design and install work here and there at the end of 2016, but last year it exploded on us. And so what's happening to us now is it's changing our business model yet again, because solar has become just the big pink elephant for us. It's the big elephant in the room. And so we are now a full service design and install firm for solar. We can do a 3-panel system on a 700 square foot home, like we did a couple of those for Habitat for Humanity in Central Arkansas, or we can do 500 panel systems for farmers in Arkansas County, or 200 panel project on a commercial operation in North Little Rock. We're doing small and large, all sizes, and so it's really interesting to see kind of how our model is just continuing to be very organic, I guess you could say. They approved PACE legislation back in 2013. And that had everybody thinking about energy efficiency, but at the same time, you had pricing for solar panels going down. You also had great firms up in Fayetteville, like Pico Solar, that were starting to look into the technology. And we're on Love Douglas, and he and I serve on a board together, and so we were actually just talking about a deal the other day, and it's a very small state. And so there were people that were dabbling in different things, but globally, solar was just taking off. In a way, because we're in a global community and people can see things. I mean, it's 2014 and I'm in Haiti, and I'm watching solar panels be installed on a company in Haiti and seeing what NRG Energy is doing down there, helping to transform that country. And my business partner is in Little Rock, Arkansas, driving around in my Jeep, and he's hearing solar ads from a company in California that's advertising in Arkansas. And so there's a little bit of a perfect storm of something's going on globally, and so you just had some players like Douglas. You had a few people in the state who said, maybe there's something going on here. Maybe it's not just people who are living off the grid. And so I think that we're just in a information moves so fast. And so I think that once people started talking about it in Arkansas, it just kind of built on itself. And then that coupled with all of a sudden the utilities are thinking about solar in a new way, because things that are happening in other states, like for Entergy Arkansas, what's happening in Louisiana for where their headquarters are. I mean, there's other things happening and it's influencing the state. And so the more we got into it, we started looking at the model, and we saw in a shift of a year and a half, we saw the pricing come down 30%. So you have a 30% federal tax credit that's still in effect. Then you have pricing go down about 30% over a year and a half, 2 years. And then all of a sudden the metrics just start making sense. We started taking a look at it saying, how much of this can we bring under our own umbrella? How much of this can we bring in-house? Instead of subbing out everything to different players, we tried to figure out a turnkey model that we could bring under our umbrella. And the benefit of having all these years behind us in energy efficiency and really served us well in trying to do that. One of the things that I'm really proud, I have a really smart business partner, and but even more, we've got a really smart team, and we call ourselves just a bunch of energy nerds, and they literally sit around and try to figure out, a different way to skin a cat. And there's a lot of great technology out there, and I feel like we've chosen our vendors. We've made some really bad mistakes. I mean, we've chosen vendors that weren't strong, and it's not like we made every decision correctly. We made a lot of mistakes, but one of the things was our attitude throughout was we're gonna throw everything against the wall and see what sticks, and we're gonna figure this model out. And we really kind of dug in and said, let's figure out how we can make a business model work around solar. And so that's the biggest challenge for our company, is just like with energy efficiency, everybody doesn't understand it. And when you explain it to them and you say, there's a really strong ROI on this, and it's, this puts money in your pocket to make your home or your business energy efficient. We use that same technique and that's what we worked out with our accounting team, was what's the ROI on this? Because, we don't sell solar and we don't talk about energy efficiency from a standpoint of carbon footprint. It's there. It is good for the environment. We love the environment. But we have taken a more business-minded approach to it and said, what's the return on your investment for making these changes to your home or your commercial structure? And we do the same thing with solar and say, there's financing out there available. We have a lot of our clients that are cash flow positive month one, some within the first few months, because there's great financing options there. And some people are paying a lot in utility cost. And so they can, with solar coming down and tax credits, it starts making real sense. But everybody doesn't know this. And if everybody did know it, there'd be a run on our company. For farmers, especially in Arkansas County, and that's just become a huge part of our business. And it's exciting because their energy cost, which they've always felt like were something that they were burdened with, that there was nothing they could do about, solar is giving them a way to control those costs in a way they never imagined. And it's Tom Jacobs' line, but I've stolen it for my own, that the same sun that he uses to raise his crops is now helping to offset his energy costs on that farm. So